Girlfriend, if you're sitting there thinking that you're a lost cause, that your list of hormonal symptoms are longer than your arm and you're frustrated and you have no idea where to start because, the GP's told you everything looks normal, or you've been diagnosed with a condition that's been told that there is no cure and you're stuck with it for life, like your endometriosis or your polycystic ovarian syndrome, well, I'm here to tell you that I have been there. Everything that you've experienced, I probably experienced it myself, and even though it was a really dramatic, traumatic journey for me at the time, I was absolutely a hot mess and I was out of balance in every way, shape and form, physically, spiritually and emotionally. I'm here to show you as living proof that you can absolutely overcome any endocrine disorder or, infertility problem or imbalanced hormone there is, because basically I had it all. So to give you a little rundown of my story, my health problems really peaked at age 27. So I was diagnosed with polycystic ovarian syndrome. I was diagnosed with premature ovarian failure. So I was basically told that I'd started menopause at age 27. I was struggling with really bad cystic acne all over my back. So I never, ever wore anything like this. It was always covered over shoulders everywhere I went because I was so embarrassed of them. I started developing hot flush. I'd put on 14 kilos, 6 kilos gradually over the 5 years prior, but then I'd put on 7 kilos really quickly when everything just really hit its head. I was struggling so much with self-worth. I was single, I was looking for love in all the wrong places. I was out partying 4 or 5 nights a week because I just wanted to not be alone. I wanted to, I thought I was having fun with my girlfriends, but I was trashing my body with alcohol all day, every day. I was, a go-getter. So I was working 2 jobs. I was working full-time as a health food store supplement manager, but I was also doing personal training sessions outside of that. And on top of that, I was exercising 2 times a day because I was so unhappy with my weight and hated myself so much. I would exercise to punish myself. Being a nutritionist, I wasn't even eating that bad. I was certainly not eating the way I am now. I was eating healthy on the surface, but I wasn't eating right for my body type. Okay, because I didn't have that internal wisdom, that innate knowing of what I needed. And so I was completely all over the shop. And, it went from the acne, I had the HPV virus going on with the cervical changes and stuff like that as well. I was bloated and uncomfortable and gassy all the time. I was a hot mess in every way, shape and form. Things were really nasty. I also had eczema covering my body from head to toe. So, I was lucky in that I had studied to be a naturopath, so I had a pretty good understanding, but I really, I wasn't living up to my potential. I wasn't working properly in that field. I was taking the easy road out, just managing a sports supplement store. So I really wasn't connected to my goals because I didn't believe I was good enough. I didn't think I was going to be good enough to be a naturopath, and I was, again, so ashamed of how I was looking at what was going on for me. Well, how could I influence or motivate anyone else? So my journey to get well was really a bit of a long one, and I researched. I did every single webinar, I read every single book, I followed every expert in the field on hormones. I went to about 10-15 different doctors, gynecologists, endocrinologists. They all told me the same shit: go on the pill, nothing you can do, just fix it, you'll be fine. That wasn't going to work for me. They all told me I'd never conceive naturally. I wasn't willing to accept that. So I literally dedicated an entire year of my life where I became a hermit. I didn't leave the house. 1, because I was embarrassed about how I looked. 2, because I was living in Victoria at the time. I just left the Gold Coast and it was freezing and I never wanted to leave the house. And so I pretty much donated an entire year to just researching and learning and experimenting with my body. I started doing things that I hadn't learned in naturopaths uni at all. I had to teach myself, and this is where I put together the 7-step hormone healing system. So if you're interested in this program, you will see there is so much content. There are so many tools, so many tips, so many self-care things that I teach you that address physically, spiritual and emotionally everything that was going on in the body, which is why we end up getting hormonal imbalances or reproductive or endocrine disorders. Remember, our hormones are just the chemical messengers. So if they're out of whack, it's because they're trying to tell you something. They're trying to tell you something about your life, the way you're living it, your belief systems, who you're spending your time with, how your food choices, your lifestyle choices. It is never just one simple thing. And this is why it's become such a big issue. And this is why a lot of you, aren't getting those simple quick fix answers from your doctors or even just by Google searches, because there's more than one thing going on. In fact, there's a whole lot of things going on which have led you to where you are right now and the way you're feeling. But I guarantee you it can completely be fixed. And so I put together a system you can follow step by step, week by week, addressing all the driving causes of why your hormones end up out of balance. And it's not just physical choices that are wrong in terms of drinking too much alcohol or too much coffee or eating the wrong foods. Yes, they are involved, but it's also about being really connected with your values, your beliefs, living in alignment with your truth, okay? And this is the beautiful emotional, spiritual work that I also take you through, the emotional evolution process, tools and techniques, our sisterhood sessions, our connection circles that we do online to really take time out from your busy schedule and connect in, where I guide you through processes and practices, through meditation, to embodiment dance, to cacao ceremonies, beautiful sacred rituals to reconnect you with your body. Because usually we're all in a rush. We're go, we're rush, we're running around after the kids, running around after our partners, basically meeting everyone else's needs but our own. So these sisterhood sessions that we get as part of the program are time you 30 minutes once a week to get out and connect with you, to tune into your intuition, your higher self, that womb wisdom, and get the answers from your body, that beautiful innate womb wisdom that we have that tells you the changes you need to make, the things, the shifts in your perspective, your lifestyle changes. It's all in there within you. The program simply guides you through it, gives you tools and techniques, how to identify your needs emotionally, how to live a life in alignment with your truth, with what your body needs, your specific, beautiful, individual self, because you are different to every single person. And you need to learn to tune in to that beautiful wisdom of yours and listen to what your body is. So I absolutely adore the 7-step hormone healing system. It is so close to my heart because I didn't just create this because it was something I was interested in. I created this to heal myself. I lived and breathed everything in this program, and I still do. I maintain all the things in there on a daily basis to maintain my weight, to maintain my self-love, to maintain, this work is why I've called in a partner who adores me and worships the ground that I walk on, because I learned to want that for myself, to know what I needed in a relationship before I could just start, going through life unconscious to sleep in our day-to-day, just going through the motions. I want more than that for you. I want you to live a fully empowered, inspired life, connected with your creative centers, manifesting whatever it is that you want, happy, vital, energized, with beautiful sisters around you who love and uplift you and don't tear you down. This is my goal for you all, and you can absolutely create it. And I teach you how to create all these things for yourself in the 7-step hormone healing system. So check it out.